Thanks, Cal.
If we're all ready, then last time we finished what we were doing. You guys got to more or less live out your character's life, so to say, stating kind of what they did with the rest of their lives, whether it be due to dying or whether it be due to using magic to travel to this plane. In the end, you all ended up here.
I liked being here.
Eventually, the plane, so to say, gave shape, gave form, and became this amalgamation of locations. And you guys were greeted by some humanoid individuals. I mean, one's a gnome and another is a tiefling, but still humanoid nonetheless. As well as being surrounded by kind of what embodies lawful chaos, good and evil, so to say, being a Plaintier, Baylor, Pit Fiend, and Solar. So basically just devil, demon, and angels. Angel and Celestial. And you were told that, hey, you've done so good that in the next iteration of the universe, I want you to be some evil gods. Basically to replace the gods that you were following. And maybe not to replace, but to join. And to prove yourselves, you had to show your worth. And to show your worth, he wanted you to kill your allies, to kill each other. And left you. And told you they'll be back in, I think I said a few thousand years. So yeah, you guys didn't do much right away, but after a little while, Ohanzi tried to attack and failed, and then tried to attack and failed, and then finally made an attack, succeeded, sort of, against Brick and Mortar, locking him away, until Azarug kind of interrupted that, summoned in some entities to help fight for him, and Brick and Mortar got free. So as Brick and Mortar grabbed his shit to get his shit back together, Ohanzi was dealing with these dudes over here and Azarug. All the while, they were being watched by Crux and Glug Glug. We didn't necessarily get into a combat per se, but if it's going to escalate into a combat, we'll see. If not, then we'll see where this goes. So, I believe we left off with Ohanzi making a decision as to what he's going to be doing, considering he's surrounded. Jared?
Just looking at a couple spells really quick. Do you remember if I went back ethereal before the end?
I do not remember. I don't think you did, but you might have.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I didn't, so I'm gonna go ethereal as a swift action.
And don't forget to touch the buttons.
It is already discovered that the button, or no, not button, the levers and switch were useless.
Brick doesn't care.
And then I'll cast clairvoyance to look down over the desert.
Okay, what's that do?
It just kind of gives me omniscient sight of an area within like 400 feet plus a lot, but that's most of this map.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a place that after this turn I'll probably teleport away to.
The two structures that you see would be the two that you would assume, which is more or less just some ancient ruin-looking type of deals. As far as who would have made them, what their purpose is, anything like that, it's all beyond you. It's just random bullshit, basically. But easily usable for hiding. If you have the ability to see all of the area, same thing. The snow area is pretty much just like the desert, except snow instead of desert in terms of barrenness, but it does have a frozen water fountain type of deal way off in the distance. The lava area, again, pretty well open, except there are spots that kind of give way into lava. Now, you don't know if there's a bottom to them or not, but they're not draining, along with the scattering of rocks and then a massive tower, which you can see Crux standing on top of. And lastly, using your clairvoyance, you're able to see a jungle-esque area. Again, it kind of goes like Badland, plain, marsh/jungle, and then finally deep jungle. Which has trees, both living and dead, plants, and so forth. A little bit of ruins inside of there. Stuff that, by your character's all age and everything like that, you would know is stuff from once upon a time, no longer usable, but still. And then a bridge that just goes off into the nothingness. It's seemingly just an infinite bridge. The last part then would be the central area that you're in, which again is just that ruins that you were in, and then that center fountain. Beyond that, there really isn't much else you can see. It looks like it's mostly just a bunch of open area.
That's it for my turn.
All right, with that, we'll move on to, I guess, Crux, what are you doing?
I'm just watching with the spyglass.
Okay. You see Ohanzi, if you can't see Ethereal, then you see him just disappear into a wisp, and all those guys standing there for a second. Gluglug, what about you?
Nothing interesting.
Alright, same thing as you're standing there on that tree. If you can't see Ethereal, Hanzi's plan obviously was foiled and he went push. Alright, how about Brick and Mortar and Azarug? I assume, Tate, you're picking up and redonning your stuff.
Yes.
Have fun doing that for 10 rounds.
What about you, Kelb? What is Azarug doing?
Go back to mess around with the levers.
Okay. How long do your How long does your bows last?
14 rounds.
Okay.
I like how they sound like they're Mario enemies. Bows.
Well, and that
Assuming that Ohanzi does not attack again or reappear to where they can attack him, they're going to be assisting me with the levers. Through telepathic
And then
communications.
once I'm up, I'm going to be pacing behind Azarug. Brick and Mortar has had time to reflect.
Tate, we just need to, get tumbleweeds we can throw at you. A small child. Oh, well, yeah. Not really much I can do. I can't really soundproof my room.
He's waiting for Ohanzi to come back.
Alright, Jared, go ahead and move yourself where you want to be in the desert. Or wherever you intended to be. It looks like you have a few rounds to just move yourself. So technically you can move yourself wherever you want. Honestly, with your speed, Jared, you would get anywhere with a dash. Actually, most people on this would.
I was using teleport so people didn't see which direction I was going.
Gotcha.
Do you have to be facing the direction that you were going to be teleporting, Jared?
Not with clairvoyance, maybe?
Because keep in mind,
You have to have some clear idea of the area, so by scouting it with clairvoyance, I don't really have to be looking at where I'm trying to teleport to. It's less teleport in blink to where I'm looking and more instant transmission, just think of this spot.
so I'm aware you use some sort of magic then, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sake of it, so you know, Jared, his character, he has true sight, right, Kelb?
Yeah, permanent.
Right. So he's able to see you when you're ethereal. That's why he's asking.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Okay. All right. In that case, we continue on. And just real quickly, Noah, Lamb. What does Glug Glug and Crux do basically just this entire time? Are they just going to continue hanging out?
Yeah.
Crux is gonna pull out his mirror and flash it at people every now and then. See if he can get someone in the eyes.
So he's just going to be kind of chaotic.
Kind of.
Brick assumes that is Ohanzi. He's gonna start going towards the tower.
I'm also actively hiding.
Azuruk, I know Azuruk. Big friend, I be back. Who's this Azuruk then?
You can move yourself all the way up to Crux, unless anyone's gonna. Is anyone gonna stop Brick and Mortar?
The closer he gets, the more I'm gonna focus on shining in his eyes so he can't see.
All right, you get to there. Can you roll me a spot?
Wrong dice. I forgot to pull up the fucking brick sheet. 12. Actually, 11. For all Brick's infinite wisdom, he has no
Alright.
spot.
Roll a search for me.
16.
All right, you're able to continue forward without too much issue. Move your
Okay.
speed.
This isn't lava or anything, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. I could just walk across it.
Yep.
Brick and Mortar's just gonna start walking across the lava, because that's how he do. Yeah, get up to this rock and look up.
Okay. Crux, what do you
At
do?
this point, he's probably gonna see Crux, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna put the mirror down and look at him.
Crux, friend, is Hansi up there?
No.
Good. He trapped me in a mirror. I was gonna talk to him. He
Okay.
trapped me in a weird place. Not mirror. He trapped me in a weird place. I was gonna talk to him. Ask him where he sent me. It's very comfy compared to this place.
I don't know, this place is pretty comfy for me.
So, are we supposed to fight?
Yes and no.
But when they come back, if we have not fought, will they be mad?
Yes and no. I mean, we can fight if you want.
Fight but no kill?
Where's the fun in that? I mean, I was having fun watching you guys fight.
That was not fight. That was baby. Sounds like Looks challenging the sky. He's yelling over there.
He's probably just discarding more of his water skins in that pile.
So after maybe about 200 years, do you guys eventually forgive Ohanzi?
I never really cared.
Brick and Mortar was just gonna talk to him. And then maybe punch him in the face. Because being trapped in wherever he sent me was a nice place, but it was still mean without asking. I don't know, Brick and Mortar trusts these people. He honestly wouldn't attack unless attacked. Like, outright attacked.
And Marcus, if 200 years are passing, I'll be casting summon monsters, whatever I did last to get the Babaus to spawn, and they'll be continuously helping with the levers because I'm bored.
Okay. Well, after
200 years is passing, then at some point in time, I'm probably going to try and coup de grace Brick in his sleep.
So that's the thing. Roughly 200 years have passed. You haven't felt the need to sleep, to eat, to drink, to use the bathroom, really not even to breathe unless you just actively wanted to. There's been no purpose to do anything. You could travel along the stone pathways that split off areas, seemingly infinitely. But then if you travel back, it's almost like you come back almost instantly, but you could just keep traveling onwards forever. Same thing with the areas. You can just keep traveling. You could go into this desert and go endlessly and just keep finding ruin after ruin. None of it's important. It's just an endless blank desert. There's no wind to move it around. It's just a flat, empty desert. Or mostly empty. But then if you wanted to travel back to the center, well, which you have a odd, constant knowing of where it's at, you get back in like a matter of a few minutes.
Rick's built snow castles.
Okay. But give or take, a few hundred years have passed, so what do you do now? Kelb, you've tried, you don't even know how many combinations at this point. Or you do, but still.
Exactly 420.
I'll change it up. I'm going to command the babaus to start digging underneath the levers.
What if we just made this place our new home, our new base?
You can stay in that area over there if you want, Tate. It's assumed that your conversations are just happening whenever.
Yeah. Basically, you told Azarok, what if we just made this place our own new base? I mean, I don't need to eat, and if we don't have to feed our people, they could live happily. It'd be a good staging point for invading the rest of the world. So that they can come here too.
I think you guys had already
not.
tried to get out of here, and in the end it didn't work. You're just here.
No, Marcus, I've just been messing with the levers.
I mean, last session, I think someone tried to use something. Or tried to do something. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I jokingly tried to go to a different dimension or something like that.
Right.
Can we just train infinitely and get powerful? No, just kidding.
Can we turn up the gravity?
Can we roll level 40 characters, Marcus?
No. Alright, it has kind of, Tate. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. The years and years go by, whether or not anyone tries to attack anyone else, it's clear that, to a degree, it's almost ineffective. You guys are almost too well matched for one another. Whether it be that you can't hurt each other, or you can, but the other is just way too good at getting away. But, the years go by, as far as you can tell, time goes on, you probably spent time traveling, or just digging up. What you figured out is seemingly the space is infinite, yet not infinite. Kelb, as you have them remove stuff and dig downwards, and just keep going down and down, the stuff that connects to the machinery just keeps going down and down and down. It's almost like the lever is attached to like a gear, which is attached to a gear, which is attached to a gear, and so on and so on. But the moment there isn't something looking, even if it's just like a small blink of the eye, the stones are just back in place. Same thing, like I said, with the traveling away. You can just keep traveling farther and farther and farther, but you just come back in like the matter of minutes, if that. All of Brick's snow castles, eventually they just start to fall apart.
Brick made them with bricks.
It's just the case of what it is. If someone can swim in lava, they can just keep swimming down, and as far as you could tell, you just keep swimming down. But then when you come back up, it's like you almost never breached the surface. Like, you just barely went into it. If you were to, that's pretty much it. So, put yourself where you would like to be as time is getting close to an end, so to say.
Lounging in the lava pools.
You're just swimming in them. Is he affected
Rick
by
has-
lava?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Rick has successfully tamed a Bao Bao.
And that's a different Bao Bao every couple, like, what, killed every
14
couple
rounds.
minutes?
Rick
Like,
still
after
thinks
a
it's the same
minute?
Bao Bao.
Okay. So Brick's gone insane.
So
I
much.
I will be 1,000 feet in the air with my own personal ice storm.
And
Like-
1,000 feet in the air with an ice storm?
Yes.
Has
It's a
Rex
spell.
gone insane too?
How long does it last?
It lasts for one full round.
Okay. Why are you doing it?
Because I storm.
Has Rex
And I
gone
have nothing
crazy?
else to do.
Okay. What
He's
happens
probably been
after?
testing spells.
What happens after that?
What you mean, like, what does Ice Storm do, or?
Yes and no. What's Ice Storm do? I assume it just sends ice everywhere.
Deals 3d6 points of bludgeoning damage and 2d6 points of cold damage to every creature in the area.
Okay. What are you gonna do after the storm ends?
After a full round, I'll be casting Ice Storm again, because Ice Storm.
So many ice storms. Why, Cal?
And then maybe I'll throw in a lightning bolt and a fireball in there, just for the shits and giggles.
So you're just attacking at nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone insane too.
At some point in time, I'll probably use the fact that we don't need sustenance and my ring of regeneration to start, like, doing minor surgeries on myself to figure out the vital points on a goblin.
Okay. Can you roll me a, I guess a heal. I was gonna say medicine, but that's not a thing. Or if you have a knowledge that's applicable. Either one would work.
.24 heal.
You're getting a pretty good idea. Or have gotten a pretty good idea. Short of actually killing yourself and figuring it out that way. But if that's where everyone wishes for themselves to be, then the very first thing you notice is just rising up out of the snow is that solar titan. Which, what's he got? Which you see him just stab a greatsword, a giant fucking greatsword, into the ground. Kind of like how a knight would hold the sword down with the blade going in the ground in front of them. Doing that, standing there just watching, waiting.
I turn around to see if my guy is doing that.
Then rising up out of the sand, it is not yet. Rising up out of the sand is the Grand Pit Fiend, which for him rises up out of the out of the sand and then crosses his arms.
Don't you judge us.
Not judgingly, just like the tough guy arm cross.
The tough guy arm cross is also judging.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Can I judge
has
his arm
anime
cross by arm crossing myself?
Then rising up out of the lava would be the Royal Baylor. And he is doing the same thing with
Crux.
he's doing the same thing as the Solar, except with a gigantic longsword.
And then he trips and falls. The Elder Planar eventually gets there. Plantier.
There we go. And then walking across the bridge and eventually stopping inside of the forested area is the Plaintar, whom has a great sword that he also holds out in front of him.
Or because I keep reading Metwayo's name as Mewtwo.
It's technically what his name is based off of.
And obviously there's an Onyx too.
Nope, that's not what he's based off of. Onyx was named Onyx because of an agreement with someone else for a campaign that if we had any character, they had to be named something like not necessarily common materials. It's like granite. Because another person, or another two people technically, I don't think the one was in the game very long. Either way, they kept doing gemstones, so like sapphire. So we were the lesser ones. Anyway, and then in front of the fountain is the 5 humanoids. Then you just hear all out to you. Would all of you mind, please, coming to me?
Having staring contest. Can't break eye
Teleport
contact.
onto the fountain.
Hanzi, Brick thought you escape.
Arcus, I'll be going over there, but I'm staying in the air.
Okay. To which then Metwayo goes, well, I see you decided not to kill one another. Not sure if I'm happy or disappointed. This shows that at least you can work together. More or less. But it also shows that you're not very good at listening to my instructions. And listening is key.
I will interrupt here. Interrupt Metrail and say, Hanzi attempted to, at least against Rick, but failed.
He looks up at you with a smile and goes, it's adorable that you think I haven't been watching the whole time. No.
Been watching whole time. What'd you think of my castles?
They were adorable. Not enough snow bricks.
I knew it! I had that thought. You know bricks.
I created bricks. Technically. No. I guess I'll offer up a different choice. I want you to prove how powerful you are by facing off against one of 2 things. You can either fight the 4 guardians of this place, or me. Not me and my allies here, just me. I promise I'll go easy.
Until one of us gains Ultra Instinct. Oh, wait.
I want to fight him. He's staring at me.
He's not staring at you. He's doing as he was asked. Why don't the 5 of you quickly talk about it. Make a choice. DM to players, which one do you want to do?
I vote we
Well-
fight big guys.
How far away are the Titans from me?
How high up in the air are you? I assume you have to be close enough to respond to Metweo.
I always assume Mutweo could also use telepathy, which also I can use telepathy, so we could actually communicate without having to really be too close to each other.
True. Which is why I ask, how close are you?
I would have dropped about to 100 feet altitude from the 1,000.
Right. So, to be honest, I don't know how far away you are. 1,000 plus whatever the move distance from there to there. Those numbers times 2 added together, whatever a squared plus b squared equals c squared thing.
Again, I'm only 100 feet in the air, not 1,000.
I don't know how many squares each one is away from you to do math.
There's also a ruler.
He's not a shadow to me.
I don't think the things are 1-1.
They're 3 across.
That's 3 diagonal, they're 2 across, dude.
Yeah, they're 2
Okay.
across.
We need to have the distance to actually get the actual feet.
Math is done. Far enough.
Well, let's see, I'm
So
about
give or take. What was it? What were you gonna say?
I'm about 275 feet away from the Grand Fiend. Probably a bit further than that from the Elder Planetar and the Royal Baylor, but the Solar Titan shouldn't be within additional 10 feet of that, give or take.
Right.
Well, instead of communicating with the team, I'll be casting Magic Missile against the Solar Titan as a response to my decision.
Okay. Before we get to there, Lamb, Noah, Jared.
I didn't have any sort of preference.
He
Sam.
controls this place, so either way we fight him.
So Crux specifically wants to fight Metweo?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Yay! I'm ready. And I got a 26 on my
Hang on.
initiative. Okay.
Kel,
Why'd you laugh, Lamb?
what'd you get, Kel?
23.
And go ahead and do your magic missile and everything here in a minute. So you're technically getting a surprise round on it before initiative goes off, but then initiative goes off. Lamb,
11.
Tate,
26.
Jared,
21.
Noah,
19.
At least I'm not the only one who got below a 20.
Tim, what is your dex?
20.
Whoops, sorry. I meant Jared, what's your dex?
26.
Okay. Jared, what's your Noel, what's your dex?
23.
Sorry, Tim, but you're last.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yay! Wait, boo. Can I trade initiatives with Lamb? I do not have that feat. And Lamb doesn't have that
I
feat.
don't think that's a feat there, Tate.
What?
I think there's a teamwork feat that allows you to trade initiatives.
Not to my knowledge.
It might be in the extended netbook, though.
Not to my knowledge either.
Most feats are features of a character, as in things that they're really good at. I don't know how you can transfer that
Yeah, the only
realistically. I mean,
the only teamwork one I can
magic, but-
think of that lets you trade places on the battlefield if you're like right next to each other without provoking an attack of opportunity.
right.
Lamb is that feat called the Mad Hatter feat.
Don't want to know what that one does.
I was referring to Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
Trade places.
Okay. So, the order is going to go for you guys.
Should be in the
Tate.
order I have it.
Kelb, Jared, Noah, Lamb. Yep. Okay. And it's pretty well split up amongst who goes when. So, Kelb, you guys are gonna have to, or not Kelb, all you guys are gonna have to keep track of your health and everything. Considering all of that. Kelb, what's your AC?
28.
Tim?
Lamb?
Lamb? That's why he's last in initiative. Just kidding.
Lamb is killed.
Lamb's net died. Think so.
But he doesn't have Midas. Wait. Okay.
Lamb? Lamb, you sweet boy, come back to us.
Just got here, actually. What? I was going last, so
Welcome
I
back.
figured I wasn't needed.
What's your AC?
50.
What's your state?
My AC? 33. It's also on my character.
Jared?
Cap, are you spinning in midair?
I think it's 32.
Noah?
28.
1 second. Do you have your stuff ready there, Kelp? Your attack, your whatever?
Yeah. Damage and whatever. The only thing I would have to know is if this thing has spell resist.
Who are you attacking?
The Solar Titan.
Okay. He does.
Great. I need to know what the hell I need to roll. Or at the very least, for you to tell me if I beat it.
You need to roll higher than the number, is what it is. Yeah, obviously. Go ahead and roll.
29.
Nope.
Then the spell hits and does nothing.
You watch the magic missile, you said?
Yep.
Alright, then yeah, you watch it just bounce off of his eye.
The Solar Titan?
Yeah. Alright, in that case, the first person is gonna be Metwayo, it looks like.
Wait, why is he attacking? I chose the Titans, damn it.
Yeah, but Crux specifically wanted to fight him, so Metwayo just looked at him and went, and just gave him a smile. Okay, let's see what he can do to you.
I did not know you can R key standing models. That's hilarious. Because it just makes him jump.
I think he's gonna do something to you here, Noah. You're here, right?
Noah? Noah, are you muted?
I think he put BRB, so I thought he was here, but I don't think he is.
Damn you, short range of summoning.
Alright, I'll change what he's doing. He floats up in the air and creates a sort of bubble around himself. That goes to Baylor. I have so many pages open.